Wagwan masses, welcome back to One Name Sports. And JFF finally dropped the squad for our first round of World Cup qualifiers. A lot of new faces, a couple I don't really know that well. But today we're just going to talk about how some of these dynamics have changed within the squad. Pick a 11 for each of the games, especially between the first and the second, and just give some overall thoughts. Before we get into it, please remember to hit the subscribe button down below. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps the channel to grow, so that'd be very much appreciated. Also, if you want, you can follow us on the 1AMIG. That's where I give that as quick as I can reaction and put out the news as I see it. So go over there and follow us on that as well. Without further ado, we're just gonna get right into the information, starting off with the full squad. All right, so a lot of the faces are familiar to those who follow the Gold Cup. Beyond that, we have a couple players, as JFF put them out in black. Those are players arriving late. You had the whole issue with red flag countries and so on and so forth. So they're the ones we're going to concentrate on. Starting off, we have Ethan Pinnock playing very well for Brentford so far this season. Very measly defense. They're looking good. 1 goal allowed so far in 3 games for a newly promoted team. That's nice. Wesley Harding, don't know much about him. I don't expect him to really be getting much game within our setup right now. Liam Moore and Amari Bell, they should be starters for the second game, but more on that later. Ravel, now that he's succeeding with Derby, slotting right in. Again, second game things. Daniel Johnson will be missed in that Mexico game. Kevin Stewart, not really familiar with him like that either. Big Bad Bobby started his season well so far with Fulham. Bunch of assists. I think he finally scored on the weekend. Anthony Grant, not familiar with him, but I feel like call him up because we never know what the situation was with England and what was going on. Tyreek, who I have seen listed as open, but I didn't know he was still there. Peter Lee Vassell, glad to see him back in the mix. Jovain Brown, not really too familiar with Jovain. Bailey Jamal Lowe, okay. Kemar Roof and Mikel Antonio. Welcome sights there. Big Shatta Bosa, Blair Turgot, Norman Campbell, and Ricardo Morris, who I'm not familiar with. Now, the 2 highlights out of that in obvious there are going to be Kemar Roof and Mikel Antonio, probably the hottest striker. Well, easily the hottest striker right now in the EPL, especially in FPL. Is it? But welcome. I thought with the heat that you started with, England might try to call you up, but I guess this decision was made prior to when you stuck to your word, so you'll be representing Jamaica going forward. Now I feel like with the addition of these 2 extra strikers, to me we have the best striking core in all of CONCACAF. Strike force in full force. Is a SWAT team we have now, a mini army, a regiment. Between Shamar Roof, Mikel Antonio, Andre Gray, who didn't even get called up. It's whoa, a lot of talent up there. Fitting them is now going to be the important thing or the tricky thing, and that's for Mr. Whitmore to find out. Now, based on performances so far, Antonio we know he gonna start automatic. We're definitely looking to slot in, but based on how Shamar didn't perform for us at the Gold Cup, do we then automatically put Kemar Roof beside him? That's something I actually want you to drop in the comment section below. Do we drop Shamar, especially coming off his first senior hat trick that he had with Charlie Roy on the weekend? Let me know what your thoughts on that. Do you support the thing? And just a little nugget to add on top of that. All these new faces and all of these English-based players, how many of them do you think are going to be around whether we make it or not to this World Cup? Because some of them, we make it, them done, we're not looking to play no more games after that. And if we don't make it, they're going to throw us away. So do you want to do you throw away some of our local-based players that have shown the loyalty? Shamar isn't local-based, but you get what I mean. If there's a perceived higher quality coming from somebody else, I don't know. But again, just drop that in the comment section below. Do you drop Shamar and put Roof in, or do you put Corey Burke, or is Roof an automatic starter just like Antonio is? Lastly, looking at the squads, we're going to pick an 11 for the Mexico game and then an 11 for the other two. Starting off, we're going to look here, just pull up the squad with me. Don't know everybody's name off the top of my head. So, of course, Andre Blake will be starting all 3 games. From there, of course, Damian Lowe, Alvis Powell. We're probably going to throw Kamar over there. Now, Liam Moore is my preferred partner to Damian Lowe, but I guess Mariap, that's why we're bringing Mariap off and forget that little run out right there. I don't know much about Richard King, but I don't think he would be starting above Mariapa. So that first game against Mexico, that's the back 4 I have. In the midfield, Speedy, of course. Probably with Lamar, and maybe Magee get his run out here, because I can't see him probably starting for the next 2 games unless he does something spectacular. And then in the forward line, it would probably be Shamar and Corey. So that's the 4-4-2 that I have for those first 2 games. Yeah. Now for the last 2, with everybody then coming in, I would assume after all the work that we did, unless again Shamar or Corey did something good and have a great performance in that Mexico game, I expect Antonio and Roof to start up front. From there in the midfield, it'll probably be Bobby on one side, with Bailey on the other, with Daniel Johnson and Ravel in the middle. And then the back 4 would then go back to full strength with Amari Bell, Liam Moore, Damian Lowe. And then maybe we'll use Pinnock as the right back instead of Alves, but who's to say? And of course, Blake in the back. Who do you have for our starting 11 for those last 2 games against Costa Rica? Drop that in the comment section below. Again, you can check us out on the One Aim IG. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. WhatsApp, Facebook, message, all over the place. Thank you again for all your support. This is One Aim Sports. Peace.